This is Mark Bell from Super Training Gym in Sacramento, the strongest gym in the West. Here's a dynamic effort bench session for you for supertraining.tv. You got Riley going there with about 3 chains per side, each chain weighing about 20 pounds. You got a substantial amount of chain on the ground when you're at your chest. The chains are deloading probably around 80% or so. Probably around 80% or so when you're on your chest. And then as you push up, it's approximately 100 something pounds of extra tension, basically. The chains are a little bit different than the bands in the fact that they're not pulling you down towards the ground. They're not as brutal on your shoulders and elbows, but you can see how they swing around, so it helps build stability as well. I really like using the chains for all 3 lifts, actually. I prefer the chains over the bands. And some other people like the bands a lot more than chains. Just really just a preference. What you like the best. Remember, when you're doing these bench presses, you're trying to tuck your elbows in to your side, but not too far into your side. Sometimes there's some cues that go haywire with people, and they tuck their elbows in way too much. A raw bench is going to look a little different than a shirted bench, unless you're a big, huge, fat guy with a huge gut. It may look the same if you're a big fat guy with a big arch. Your raw bench and your shirted bench may look almost identical. But for other people, normal people, because of the longer range of motion, it's going to look a little different in your shirt versus out of your shirt. Trying to tuck the elbows into the side, trying to stay tight. A lot of people talk about using the lats, and that's actually a weird cue, because a bench press works your chest. So I don't know where that came from. But the concept of using the lats is basically you're trying to use your, I guess you'd say, your scapula to kind of pull the weight out of the rack. You can see we're doing all these by ourselves with no one lifting out to us, because we're trying to set up the lats before we even lower the weight. If your lats aren't engaged from the beginning, it's kind of hard to ever get them involved. It's hard to kind of reset things as you're moving along. You can see Austin Baumgarten going here is moving fast. Got the intent of the day down real well, but his elbows are swinging outward quite a bit, and that's something we got to work on him with. Even with myself here, I got to work at tucking my elbows a little harder. Austin is pretty flexible through the shoulder, so he can over tuck and have the gay pterodactyl thing going on if he's not careful. You'll see that with a lot of girls too. They'll bring their elbow way in and their wrist is way out. You want your elbow in line with your wrist, just like you want your knee in line with your foot when you squat. You need to have leverage, folks. Can't be lifting like a fucking retard. Look at that speed. That was amazing. David's, such an arrogant prick. He decides he's so strong that he can wear a pink hat. Look how strong I am with my pink hat. I'm not really sure why everyone's stomach is always hanging out at our gym. I'm not sure if these guys, need to get a longer clothes, or go a size up. Maybe get some extra material sewn to the bottom of the shirt. But that's just disgusting. Some of these guys, when they get down on the bench, it looks like dough rising in the oven when you're baking some bread. I saw Riley actually do a whole set of lat pull downs with his shirt like right underneath his nipples. I don't know how it got up that high, but that was quite interesting, and you're all lucky that you don't have to watch it. Here's David Butt Squish using the reactive slingshot from howmuchyoubench.net. Slingshot is a product invented by myself, for myself, that I decided to share with the world. Slingshot helps save your shoulders and elbows, helps reduce stress, but also helps you to handle more weight. It allows you to handle more weight, more reps, and more sets in your workout to give you more volume. It's really just a brilliant idea. There's Riley using it. See Riley's elbows coming out quite a bit, and you can see when people's elbows come out, they start to stall a little bit. It's happening with each guy there. I think that was Austin first and then Riley. And now here's David going. And David's doing a good job of staying tight. His elbows are coming untucked a little bit, but not too much. And there's my chubby little self using it too. See, these guys can mix in a salad, don't you think? Throw a salad into your diet. Don't be scared. A man can eat a salad. It's not a big deal. Not against the law. And you know what? Get the dressing on the side while you're at it. Maybe no croutons would be a good idea. You know, and if you feel like you're too much of a pussy for eating a salad, then have them throw some steak on there and some bacon. But stop eating donuts so your shirts start to fit better. Do something. This is my last set of the day, I think. This is 415 plus 120 pounds of change or something like that. Oh, I got one more set, I believe. Here's Riley doing some reps at the end of the workout, which I'm a big fan of, hitting up some reps, either on the same exercise that you were already doing, or, you know, move into some push-ups, or you can move into doing some dumbbell work. On this day, I finished up with some rack lockouts and tricep push-downs and some lat pull-downs. Yeah, this is the last set, 415. Crank it out for a couple good reps, and that's it from supertraining.tv.